I was born and raised Catholic, so I've always known God and I believed in God. But as a Catholic, I was baptized as a baby, and I also went to Catholic school. Now, our school went first through eighth, and then we went to high school. And so when I was in my schooling, my young schooling, Mass was a part of our everyday school day. So I went to Mass 6 days a week until I was in high school. So now you might say, oh, that sounds pretty righteous, you're so holy, whatever. But Mass back then was in Latin, so we really didn't understand what we were saying. And a lot of it was like, you stand up, you sit down, you say this. You didn't really know what you were doing, but it was part of your upbringing, part of your life. So when I grew up, we didn't read the Bible. I don't even think our family had a Bible. Our family didn't pray before meals, and I don't ever remember praying as a family at all. I don't even remember having a Bible of my own until I went to college. And even when I had a Bible, I don't remember reading it. So I was an adult. When I was an adult and I was on my own, I kind of walked away from the church. I'd been going to church so much for so long, and it was kind of ingrained in me, but now I can make my own decisions, so I just didn't want to do that. So I stopped going to church, and I started living a worldly life. But then after I married and I had children, I was discussing some books, because I like to read. If anybody knows me, they know I like to read. And I was discussing some books at work with some friends, and they suggested I read the Left Behind series. Now, for those that don't know about those books, it's a fictional account of of life after Christ raptures the church. Now, I know a lot of religions don't believe in this, or they don't condone the rapture. But to me, it was a fictional story, but it was also showing me what could possibly happen, right? So I'm thinking, I'm not living the life I'm supposed to be living, and I need to get back to church. So I decided to start looking for a church. Now, part of the book, the first book, is where people get raptured. And there's a minister that doesn't get raptured, and so he's wondering, why wasn't I raptured? But then he kind of quickly realizes that he believed in God, he knew God, but he wasn't living a godly life. He just was living a worldly life, and he was going through the motions. And I didn't want to be the person that's just going through the motions to appear Christ-like. So I decided to start searching for a church. So I began with what I knew, and I went to a Catholic church. But the Catholic church kind of gave me some rules that I had to follow. There were some requirements that they requested that in order to belong to that church I had to fulfill. So I kind of left there, and then I went to the Pataskala United Methodist Church, and I found it welcoming, but for various reasons it just wasn't fitting me. It didn't fit me well, so I decided to come here, and this is where I've ended up. I found the church family I was looking for here. I liked it. I liked the smallness of it, but yet it was a family, and it was kind. Everybody was so nice. I started reading my Bible on a regular basis. I read daily devotionals. I attend the Bible studies, and I even started leading the adult Sunday school here after Leland asked me to. And actually, he was the one that invited me to come to the Bible study, the Sunday school. So I was on my way to becoming the Christian that God had created me to be. Early on, I believed, but I just wasn't living a Christian life. Even though I've always believed in God, and religion was a huge part of my life growing up, I didn't feel like I had a personal relationship with Him. But I do now. I know that relationship can only grow stronger over time, and I finally understood that being religious and believing in God can mean you're saved, but it's not how God wants you to live. He has a plan for all of us, and hopefully He's revealing His plan to each one of us. My journey through life continues where a relationship with God is my focus. Thank you.